Hello and welcome to the Pretty Knits Podcast episode 3. I should have done one last week, but do you know when you're just having one of those weeks and you can't catch up with yourself. You feel like you've got no time at all, and by the time you figure out what you're doing, the week's over. So like I'm sitting here, I've just shut the shop for the day, I'm just about to set up for group, and this is a cold cup of coffee. It's just, so yeah, it's one of them days, you know. So yeah, I'm just trying to think what's new. I've had a new couple of ranges you might have seen in the unboxing video. So it's the Crescendo Aran, which comes in 8 gorgeous shades, and there are so many patterns that are just beautiful for it. The same with the Fruitalicious. It's a lovely, fluffy polyester yarn. It works up to all of the patterns for the Yummy as well, so you could make some adorable toys. They are really, really cute and squishy, so come in and have a squish of them. You may notice that I am wearing something very, very lovely and very, very crocheted. So this has been made by a lovely friend called Tony. So she sells her makes on Etsy. It is just like Granny Made. You can see there. 100% recommend. I've started stocking these in the shop. How gorgeous are they? So it's a hooded cowl, so you can wear it like this, or when it's really, really cold and you've got your big coat on and you're on a dog walk and the wind's getting in your ears, you can just tuck yourself in. And I just think these are flipping beautiful. Just look at it. Aren't they gorgeous? She's done so many colours. I've got like a red one and a purple one in the window. So when you come in and have a look, have a look at them in the window. I've got this one, and I've also got a Gryffindor kind of coloured one that's like maroon and mustard. It's gorgeous. Obviously she can do them in any colour that you want. You can pick the yarns from here, however you wanted to do it. But yeah, she is very, very talented. I've recently booked a fair with Sarah at Rainbow Dandelion Crochet as well. We're going to be doing the Craftorama show, which will be next year, which we are very excited and very, very trying to get very prepared for that. I've added some new things on the shelf that I've had time to finally sort through from Hazel Loft Knits as well. So I've got more of her items you can see on the rail, and a lot of more things on her shelf as well. And then we've got the gorgeous like handmade baubles that are made by Jill that are on the bookcase, which are, whoops, just up there. So yeah, I've got some absolutely gorgeous things made by local people. I just think it's really lovely to come together and be able to offer you these things, you know, offer my customers these things if they haven't got the time to make these things for gifts and things like that. It's lovely. Like Tony's made some scarves, which are up there. We've got some hats on here, a couple are done by me, a couple are done by her. So yeah, it's just been a really productive couple of weeks. We didn't have group last week because of it being bonfire night, and quite a few people have got pets, so I was really worried that, you know, they'd need to stay home with the dogs to make sure that they were all right with all the fireworks and things. I wanted to take my little girl to a bonfire as well. She was really unsure of the fireworks initially, but she loved it in the end, bless her. And there's loads of music, so she was dancing away. She loves music. For a 2-year-old, she's got some moves. Yeah. Oh, but no, it's been really, really lovely. I've met some, do you know what? I still get such a pinch me moment from the shop, like the people that I meet, the customers that I have. I love it with every fibre of me. I adore the shop, and yeah, it's my favourite place to be. It really is. So I'm really excited for group tonight, just to sit around, knit, crochet, chat, have a hot cup of coffee, hopefully, and a few biscuits and stuff, which will be really, really cute. I've had a couple more people saying that they really want to come to group, so that'll be really nice to see some new faces in group. So yeah, I'm due to put an order in at the end of this week, so anybody needs anything, any different shades, any different patterns, we can go through the shade books and the pattern books and see if there's anything particular that you'd fancy like to get ordered in. Obviously it's getting a bit too close for Christmas now. I say too close, it's like, what date is it today? The 12th. So we've got a while, we've got long enough, but it's still not long enough. Like, I've not started my Christmas shopping. I've got things I want to make people for Christmas. Whether I get around to it or not is another thing. Yeah, we shall see. But I offer gift vouchers. So if people are stuck on what gifts to give their maker friends, or they want certain gifts like knit needles, crochet hook sets, things like that, like Knit Pro sets or clover sets, gift bags, project bags, anything like that, we can have a look through and find the perfect gift for anyone. Yeah, and the gift vouchers usually come in handy. It means that then obviously people can choose what they buy instead of buying them something that they might not necessarily use, or put it towards something that they've always wanted that they've not had time to do before now, which is lovely. There's so many different things that can be used for gifts in the shop, so I always want to keep adding more things in. And just any feedback, if anyone's like, oh well, I really think you should start stocking this, blah, blah, you know, that sort of thing, feel free to just let me know. If these are the things that you want to see, I'm more than happy to add them in. That's, you know, this is what this is all about. It's all about my customers. It's all about making friends and getting things in that people actually want and need. So I'm more than happy to do that. And if anything, it just adds on to my ranges. It adds on to the colours that I have available. I can't say no when it comes to buying wool. The order that had the Crescendo Aran and the Fruitalicious in, the rep had come and he was like, oh, here's these lovely new shades, new range. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh well, I'll have a shade of each one, yeah. And then he showed me all these new patterns. I was like, I'll have 3 of each of them as well, yeah, add them on. That's fine. And then I get a phone call and the lady's like, so your invoice is over £600. And I was like, what? And I was like, that's fine. I just, you just think, oh, what have I've spent too much. But it was totally worth it. 100% worth it. Like the shades in this Crescendo, delicious. The feel of the Fruitalicious, delicious. See, Fruitalicious, delicious. The patterns, gorgeous. Do you know what? There is just not enough time in the day. Like there's so many things that I want to make or I think I should be making. I put that much pressure on myself that I think, oh God, I should be making this and I should have this and I should do that. And I get myself really wound up and then I just think, nobody else knows that I've got all of these plans. You know, I tell people, oh, I want to make that. Oh, I want to make that. Oh, I want to make that. We don't stop. We don't stop having a list. Like my Ravelry page, I've saved over 1,000 patterns by now. And I've probably made less than 100. Few things I've made a few times because they're that good. Or I've come back to them time and time again for different things because I enjoyed making it. I just enjoyed the process. Yeah, I've been watching more people on like TikTok and stuff making like just whipping out a jumper in a week, but they've got a lot more time, granted. But yeah, that's the kind of, you know, there's a lot that I really want to do. There's a lot of different garments I want to make, and I'm sure we all feel the same. Absolutely, we all feel the same. I'm still working on the blue cardigan in the Serdar Stories. I'm still working on that. I worked both sleeves at once, which I have never done before. And it was kind of getting tangled with working with 2 balls at once. Once I'd got that down and remembering which way to twist to keep it from getting tangled, it was a bit of a slog. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a slog because you're doing every row twice there and then you feel like there's no progress whatsoever. But then to remember that I'm doing both sleeves at once, it was a lot better to now know that I don't have to do it again. And like now I've cast on the left front of the cardigan and within like 2 nights I'd done like this much, which is really, really good work. But the pattern kind of, my brain can't do with numbers. So when it's like the edging, the button band is done during the row in this pattern, but it's on a 6-row repeat for that band. Like those 9 stitches at that edge are a 6-row repeat for those 9 stitches. But then it said increase every 4th row, and I was like, so I'm on row 4, so I need to do an increase, but I'm on row 6 of the button band, so I need to remember which, because it had like a stocking stitch and garter stitch mixed band. So I had to like really sit there, and I was like watching Corrie and Emmerdale, as I do, as everyone knows I love, and I was just sat watching them, and I was like trying to count in the ad breaks, making sure that I was like up to date. And then like even with the pattern anyway, we're altering it, so I'm doing extra rows and extra stitches, and I was like, I can't do maths, I don't do numbers, I'm like dyslexic but with numbers basically. I can't do basic maths. It's just I'm really, really bad at it. So even like sometimes customers will like hand me money and I'll have to count their change, or I'll use the calculator for their change, because I'm just like, I don't know, I'd rather use a calculator and look really silly and make sure my answer's right, because otherwise I'll be wrong. I'll be very, very wrong. So yeah, it's an issue. Oh. I'm trying to think what else I've had going on. Trying to like look around and see what, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I think that's it. I've got a couple of fairs coming up. We're doing one, I think I've mentioned it before, we're doing one at Paddock Farm, and we're doing one at a farm in Bishop, Auckland. But it's like at a farm, and then there's like a tractor show, so all the tractors are covered, absolutely covered in Christmas lights. And there's about 60 odd tractors, and they all drive through different, like all through the villages. So I'm really, 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 really looking forward to that. I don't know if we're going to be able to take my little one, just because of timings for the fair and keeping her entertained. Obviously my husband would have to do that, and then if I needed to stay longer and getting her back for bed and things, just we need to figure out the logistics. But I don't know, we'll figure it out, I suppose. So yeah, and then the Craftorama next year with Sarah, which that's just going to be amazing. I'm hoping it's going to be amazing. We're going to have a really nice time anyway. That's in Sunderland somewhere. As you can tell, I don't really listen to details. I'm just like, okay, I'll go. And then they're like, it gets up to it and they're like, oh yeah, I remember we've got that this weekend. I'm like, I don't know. I just depend on people to remind me. I'm very, very forgetful, and that's why I write everything down. Or most things. I've got a new phone this week, and it's the weirdest feeling having a new phone. It's still a Samsung. It's just a really weird, it's the Fold. How cool is that? Like, it feels mental. And like, I'm just the most exciting thing for it is on Ravelry, is knitting and crochet patterns on a bigger screen. And I've got a tablet, but now I can do it on my phone, which I think is really cool. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else. If there is, I'll post things on Facebook anyway, and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Like, I'm trying to get on everything, I'm trying to be good with social media, and it's a lot of work. It is hard work. They're like these content creators, no wonder it's their full-time job. Like, it's so difficult following, like, and I don't get too deep into it. I'm not getting too deep into the algorithms and into trends and no, I'm just gonna blunder along messily as I do, and we'll find our way. I'll be unapologetically what's the word? Not unhinged, possibly a bit unhinged, like authentic. I don't know. I'm not one of these Pinterest girlies. I'm not one of these perfect home IKEA sort of, you know, like the IKEA home setups, like the perfect little, no, everything's just, we'll figure it out when we get there, basically. We've decided, actually, for our Christmas decorations at home. So for the last, like, 5 odd years, I have had a red and gold Christmas tree with white lights. And I just think it looks like cool white lights. And I just think it looks lovely. And I love it. And I've not changed it. And I keep it the same. And I love it. With our little girl being 2, we've decided that now we need to step up our game. Now's the time to start the Christmas traditions, start the theme of Christmas. So we are going all out 90s living room style. We are talking garlands, we are talking tinsel everywhere, multicoloured lights, multicoloured everything. And it's going to be like Santa's grotto was thrown up in the living room, and we're very, very excited for it. I'm going to make us some stockings. I might make some like gift bag, like knitted gift bags, and we can use them every year. Yeah, and I just think it's going to be amazing. Like how special it felt when, like in the 90s when we were growing up, to then give that to her. It's going to be a lot of effort, but it's going to be so worth it watching her. I think it will be really, really cute. So yeah, I better stop talking at you now because it's 5:25 and people will start turning up soon for groups. So have a good week. I will probably check in 2 weeks' time. I do think I'm going to start doing the podcast thing every couple of weeks now, just because then I feel like I've got more to talk to you about, and I just kind of don't stop talking. I'm sure many of you have found when you've come into the shop, I don't shut up. And I've always been known as Little Miss Chatterbox when I was a kid, and it still sticks now. So yeah, have a really good week. I'll speak to you soon. If you need anything, drop me a message. Bye.